Why, hello there, humanoid creatures. It's been a while since I've done a tier list video, but yeah, here we are. Yeah, as I said, I haven't done a tier list in a while, and I don't really know why, because they do well. So today is my third tier list on my channel, cereals tier list. Here we go. Before we start, I just want to say I've never even heard of a lot of these cereals, and I did not put them in this order. They're just randomly in this order for no reason, I think. So cool. First up, we got Oatmeal Squares. Like this, my mom likes them, but they just whenever they're in my cabinet, they just sit in like the back of the cabinet like for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna give them a C because no, I'm gonna give them a D because I tried them once and they were pretty bad. Kicks. The last time I got kicks when I was like 6 years old. I feel like this is the type of cereal that just sits in the back of your cabinet for like a year and you don't do anything with it. So I'm gonna also give it a D, which might be somewhat controversial, but I, haven't tasted it in like literally years. Cinnamon Chex. Here's the issue with Chex. Why are only half of them flavored and the other half are plain? Why don't just make them all flavored? So cinnamon Chex are actually not bad, but since only half of them are like the thing, I'm gonna give them a C. But if it was more than half, I'd probably give it a B. If it was all of them, I'd probably give it a B. But let's say honey nut. Okay, I tried these ones; they were actually pretty good. So I'm gonna give honey nut a B. Also because like only half of them are like thing. Vanilla Chex are also pretty respectable, so I'm gonna give them a B. Chocolate Chex I've never had, but they're probably pretty good, so I'm also gonna give them a B. Peanut Butter Chex, anything peanut butter is good, so they also get a B. Jesus, all these are B. Blueberry Chex. I've never had, but just from that image, that does not look like blueberries. So for unrealism, I'm gonna give it a C. Apple cinnamon Cheerios, just no. Okay, these are like the one flavor of Cheerios that isn't good. It gives them a D. Blueberry Cheerios, also never had these, but those actually look like blueberries, so I probably would give it a D, but it's actually C. Raisin Bran, how about no? Raisin Bran sucks, okay? Honey, what even is that? I don't know what that is, but it's anything that has like the flakes looking things is terrible. So, actually, no, I'm gonna change this just so I can have one thing in F tier. I might change that later because I'm probably gonna finish this one thing in F tier, but so I might change it if there's something worse, but for now that goes in there and this goes in here. Actually, no, this isn't bad. I'm gonna give this one a C instead of a D. Blech, I don't know what I just said, but Captain Crunch, is that just the no? That's Crunch Berries. Crunch Berries is the worst thing of Captain Crunch, and it gets a B, which is pretty good for the worst thing of a thing. Actually no, this is not the worst thing. I meant this. This is the worst thing. Well, yeah, I was doing this as if it was Crunch Berries. No. This goes here. I thought this was this. So this goes in B. If you get what I just said. So yeah, this is the first A tier plus of this list. Chocolate Cheerios, don't know, but they look good, so I'm gonna give them a B. Yeah, my parents never let me get any cereals that are like, chocolate. So that's pretty cool. Crave, another chocolate thing, and oh my Christ, there's like 4 chocolate things in a row. All right, real quick, Crave? Like, what is, like, I've seen commercials for this. Any cereal that has a commercial is healthy, and healthy cereals are not good. So I'm going to give this a, probably D. Cocoa Pebbles, these are legendary, okay? I'm going to give it an A. No. Oh, this is tough. Ooh, what should I give this? I'm going to give it an A. Screw it, it's an S. I was trying to convince myself it wasn't, but it's an S. I hate to say it, but it is. Cocoa Puffs are just a little worse than Cocoa Pebbles. They get an A. That's still respectable. Cookie Crisp. I've never had this, but cookies and cereal actually sounds pretty good, so I'm going to give it a B. Cornflakes, how about no? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is truly elite. One of the best cereals on earth, okay? Wait. Oh, I thought Pebbles were Krispies. Oh, Puffs, Pebbles, and Krispies. I get mixed up. But yeah, this is S tier as well. Fruit Loops. All Fruit Loops have the same flavor, so they get a D. Yeah, even though they're different colors, for some reason they have the same flavor. Frosted Cheerios. They're actually pretty good. Probably one of the better flavors of Cheerios. So I'm gonna give it an A instead of a B because they're actually really good. I tried them one time. Frosted Flakes also gets A. That probably could go an S, to be honest. But it doesn't, okay? It gets A, and we're down to the last things. Okay, Fruity Pebbles. I think all these also have the same flavor, but they're not quite as bad as Fruit Loops, so I'm going to give them a C. Golden Grams. This might be controversial, but that's A. This is like the type of cereal that I had, like, all through elementary school, then didn't have it a single time in middle school. I discovered it like a few weeks ago, and it's pretty good. So yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios also gets an A. Very quality cereal and also pretty popular, so that's pretty cool. Never had these, but they look good, so I'm going to give them a B. I do not know what that is, so that gets a D. Rice Krispies, just original Rice Krispies, I'm going to give them a C. Might be able to go in B, but it doesn't. That looks horrific. That gets a D. Whatever this is. Oh, more Wait, this wasn't Crave? Hold up. I thought this was... Oh, I'm genius. Oh, well, this goes in D too, so, it doesn't even matter. Lucky Charms. What's the difference between these two? Is this, like, more rainbow, like, charms or whatever it is? And I think this one's special in some way. But Lucky Charms, either way, I don't know what's different about these, so I'm just going to put them both in S because Lucky Charms is a top-tier cereal. I do not care, and I will not be convinced otherwise. Also, that is another top-tier cereal, Peanut Butter Crunch of the Captain Crunch thing. The best Captain Crunch variety, even with the ones without berries, which is the worst part about it. Cool, Apple Jacks, that gets a D because they suck. Mini Wheats also suck, but what flavor is that? Hold up. It's purple. What flavor is purple Mini Wheats? What? Okay, but, yeah, so I don't know what flavor that is, but Mini Wheats in general are pretty bad, so I'm just going to give that a D. Cheerios, that looks like pumpkin spice. Is that pumpkin spice? Yeah, pumpkin and cinnamon, so that's probably pumpkin spice. So I'm going to give that a C because pumpkin spice Cheerios, to be honest, doesn't sound good. Reese's Puffs, S tier. I do not care. Yes, S tier, okay. Wheaties, the only reason this is not going to go in F tier, well, I've never even had Wheaties, but it sounds like the type of cereal that would be healthy because it advertises a lot. So the only reason it doesn't go in F tier is because Wheaties, Wheaties is a thing that I invented, so it gets D instead of S. Trix are for kids, and also they are all the same flavor as well. So I'm gonna give them a C instead of a D. What does that say? Cherry. No, wild berry Cheerios. So that's gonna get a... I've never even had these, but pretty much anything that's wild berry is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna be generous and give them a B. This is the worst Cheerio variety. It gets a D. I changed my mind. It's worse than this. Okay, apple cinnamon Cheerios are not the worst. I don't even know what this is. Is that just like generic Cheerios? That's terrible. Captain Crunch, the original Captain Crunch S tier cereal. Okay, Captain Crunch is goated. Oreo O's. I like everything Oreo, but I've never actually had this, so I'm going to give this an A just because I've never had it. If I actually have had it before, that would probably go an S. Life cereal. This is the original flavor of Life because it's blue, red is cinnamon, and cinnamon Life is pretty good, but original is terrible, so this gets a C. All Mini Wheats suck. It gets a D, and that is extremely unsatisfying. I will be moving one of these to S tier, and that will be... Not S. I'll be moving one of these to a different thing because I cannot have this going into two things. Oatmeal Squares? Why do I like Oatmeal Squares? Cornflakes? Okay. Let's take a vote. You know what? Generic Cheerios suck. Okay? Oh, I don't. Okay, I'm going to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Cornflakes, Cheerios, and Oatmeal Squares. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, something, this. Okay, Cheerios gets F tier. This has been the finale of the cereals tier list. I hope you did not enjoy. Do not subscribe and make sure to die tomorrow. I do not know what I'm doing with my... Ooh, look, I can move my webcam all over the place. Look. Holy Christ, this video is 9 minutes long. Okay, yes. This has been the cereals tier list. It might be somewhat controversial, but I do not care. Anyway, yes, goodbye and have a nice life.